Hey everybody, how are you today? I'm Kathy with Lone Tree Rustics, and I'm just hopping on a few minutes early. I'm part of the Wild Honey event today, so we just want to make sure that everyone gets hopped on here. Want to make sure everything's working properly. Oh, I see someone. Oh, there you go. All right, bring the video. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna go over here, see if I can see myself. Awesome. All right, just waiting to see if I get over to the honey event. Wild honey event, okay. Sorry everybody, just making sure. Oh, I see people. Looking for myself over on the wild honey event. Just a second here. Oh, here I am. Okay, I got 7 people on, it looks like. Hi from Oklahoma. Good morning, Stephanie. You came. Hi, friend. Hi, Lois. You'll be singing for us, right, later? That's what I hear. There's a whole joke to that. But anyways, trying to see if I can see comments. There we go. All right, gonna give it just a few more minutes before I start. Can y'all hear me okay? Thumbs up if you can. Oh, from Washington. Nice. Good morning, Cottage Caboodle. Getting there. All right. Honey and Bear Creates, they're on later. I've had so many issues with comments for weeks now. Uh-oh. Mine seems to be slow and I can't see them over here, so this might not be not be good, but we will here we go. We'll just try the best we can here. We're getting a few more people on here live, so it's 9:01. I'm going to go ahead and start because I have 45 minutes. So I am Kathy with Lone Tree Rustics, and I don't, as many of my followers know, don't go live very much, so this is kind of a treat for both them and me, and I appreciate the invite from the, yeah, it's a real challenge. For the invite for a Stars and Stripes soiree. And my husband was cracking up because I was like, now how do you say this? So I had to go out and make sure that I said soiree right, because I'm from the Midwest and some of my words just don't quite come out right. So anyways, I do love patriotic decor. Hey, Mandy. Good to see you. So excited for this. Yeah, first time storming here in Kansas. What part of Kansas are you from? Because it's like really sunshiny here over in eastern Kansas. I'm from Olathe. It's in the KC Metro. And I'm Mary. So Dana, where are you from? Sandy is watching. Hi, Sandy. All right, we've got 20 people on, so we're gonna, after me, I'm gonna go to 9:45, and then Julie with D&J Crafts and Creations will be on, and then Lois with Wild Child Mercantile will be on, and that's where I was saying you guys might want to watch, because I think she's gonna do like You're a Grand Old Flag song. No, anyways, just teasing her, but hey, Laurie, good to see you. Cheryl, thank you for sprinkling me out. Sprinkle some of that rest out for me. Hey, Dawn from Handmade in Springstead. She does some awesome work, and I think she'll like what I'm doing today because she's a nature and woodsy kind of guy like me. So a little bit about me. I do have a Facebook page. I have a YouTube channel. I have lots of reels and different things to watch out there. So if you can, just give me a follow. I appreciate it. If you see the live button, you'll watch one live. But if not, if you can show me hashtag replay a little later, that would be awesome. So here we go. What we're going to do today, since it is a flag, stars and stripes, I did want to do some red, white, and blue, of course. And, I like Rustic, so... And then on Mondays, I share printables. And if you aren't following me and you like printable and digital images, I do share a lot of images. I know that there's numerous people that have shared creations that they've used my printables with, and I always love to see that. So, anyways, we're good. There's two options here, but I'm going to do this option. I've already cut it out. So I will share today this little quilt pattern and this one, which I've already cut out. And you can see why my star's a little bit wonky here, but you'll understand here in a second. So I'm going to do this one as well, and this is the one I'll be using. So I'll put those in the comments for later, and I just urge everybody that you come and check out my printables. I call it Mod Podge Monday, and I'm pretty generous with the sharing. So hey, good first time watching from Deborah, Old Timey Creations. Lori, I see ya. My comments aren't working on my computer. They are working on my phone, so I will try the best I can. Thank you, Dawn. I love making printables, and I love sharing with. And one thing too, that if I don't mention it later, I'll go ahead and mention it now. When I do share out these printables, I don't have the equipment to really do a lot of printing. So what I do is, because I'm a small business, just kind of doing this more as a passion project. But what you can do is once you save those printables, like yesterday, I went down and to our local Office Max. We also have Staples, UPS will do it, FedEx will do it, but you can take your rice paper in and they can print for you. So that's what I had them do for that. I can just actually they have a self-serve. I just go over and serve myself, put my little card in, and it charges me 70 cents a page, which, for color, I figure my color printer goes through a lot of ink. So it kind of saves me a few dollars in the long run, I think. So, hi, Kim. I see Rhonda. I see I saw Hey Sweets, but I didn't see who sent that. So, anyways, what we're going to do is I bought, let me preface this with the kind of, you guys will see that I like layers. So, one of my projects I did recently, is a flag with spools. I've seen a lot more people create those, which makes me excited because I've inspired some people to do that. So you'll see I like texture, I like layers. So there's that one. So you can go out there and watch that video. This one was a recent one that I did for a retreat. Hi, Vanessa. Good to see you. This one is layered. You can see that there's some trim boards in there and some fabric. So I am going to do something kind of similar to this, but a little different. And one that I recently did was just a little flag with some birch logs. I mentioned Dawn over at, she did a flag that was incredible. So if you can go over and check out her page, that'd be great. What I did was I went and got some of these. Aw, thank you. Yeah, Donna, the Handmade Springstead. These are, I got them on Amazon. I'll drop the link because I've used the birch logs on a lot of stuff. And this, I thought, well, I want something else a little different. So I got some, they're just flat, but they're wooden pieces. And it's on your to-do list. Anyways, they have, they're thinner. I love the rough texture of them. So today I wanted to kind of incorporate, because I am getting really into the printables, and I wanted to incorporate my kind of layered look, or with my Mod Podge. So also, we always like to be thrifty, so we looked, yeah, I love those too, Lois. I've already trying to narrow down what project to do today. My husband was cracking up at me last night because I had like 5 projects laying out here, and I'll have to, if I have a few minutes, I'll have to share some of the things that I'm probably going to have to do this week, just because I have it laid out here and they're so cute. So, anyways, I have a, hi Kim, hi Patty. I have a Dollar Tree star that I picked up. I probably had this in my stash for a few years, but I know that they have these stars. I thought an alternative was I just traced that star onto some cardboard. So you could actually make there about a 10-inch star. Okay. So, I love those too, Stephanie. They're, just wait till you see what I create with some of them. Anyway, so if you don't have one of these stars, you can go online. You can probably just find a simple star, you know, if you Google one, and make your own little pattern for cardboard. Okay. So I'm not going to use a cardboard today. I'm going to go ahead and use this here. But I am going to remove, let me get all my tools over here. I'm going to go ahead and remove this. I'm going to go ahead and get started real quick here, because we're already 10 after. So this shouldn't take long once I get started. But what we're going to do is, I went ahead and I showed everyone, if you're just hopping on, I showed everybody some printables that I'm going to be sharing free for y'all to use. Just don't sell my images. That's all. You can use them in crafts. You can do whatever. But this was printed, they're 8x10, so it printed short, but this is on an A4 piece of rice paper. There's this print and this print, which I'll share. And I like old quilts, so I went ahead and I'm using this old quilt one, which I really liked. You see that print? I just really love that. So I'm going to be covering up you can see my paper wasn't big enough, but I'm going to be covering up those, so I'm not really worried about it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and, for the sake of this project, I did kind of look at some stains earlier, and I didn't want to stain this because I think I'm going to do something different with this once I get it done. I'll show you what. But, this is like an espresso, dark espresso, so I'm going to be putting probably a dark espresso stain on the back. So I do have that, but for time's sake, I didn't want to go ahead and do it, but I just used them in wax. Okay. But what I'm going to do is go ahead and Mod Podge this on. Let's see who's all here. We've got Kimberly. Hi, Kimberly. We've got C3 Cottage Crafts. So I appreciate y'all being here and watching. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and Mod Podge this. And what I did was basically took this star. So this is the other print I have. And I put it to the reverse. Just put it on there to where the edges are hanging out. I traced it and cut it out. Okay. So I did take the jute, tie it off, and I'm going to go ahead and just Mod Podge this on the front. You could do this project with other prints. You could do it with paint. You could just paint your star too. But I just like that rustic look, you know, so, and I like the old. What you'll find out about me is that I like vintage. Good morning, Deborah. See Deborah on there. I'm only seeing some of the comments. I'm really sorry about this. I can't see them on my computer. Have a hard time with, you know, I think at our age we have a hard time seeing small print. So if I wasn't wearing my glasses, I wouldn't even, it'd just be a lot of fuzz right there. So just putting on, we're going to Mod Podge this directly on here. I am going to stain the back of this project in probably a coffee or a espresso color. Okay. So we've got a lot of really good creators here today. If you weren't here for the introduction, it starts at 9 with me this morning and ends at 9 tonight. So you guys got a lot of fun stuff ahead. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get, oh, thank you, Janet. Good morning. I'm glad that you do love my projects. So hopefully you can hear me. I'm just going to dry this just a little bit. And I find this is, I like to Mod Podge this way because you will put your image over this and we'll go over it with a small iron. So let's see, Kimberly, see Tamara. Hi, Tamara. Teresa, thank you. Hi, Teresa. Thanks for being here. So you can see that it's like tacky dry. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, I left my white parts on there so I could line it up good. But you can remove those if you like. For those of you that weren't here earlier, my page was not as big as my star, but this is a 10-inch star. And so what I'm going to do is place that on there. Got a piece of parchment paper. And I'm going to put that on there. I just love Mod Podge projects. And that's why I kind of started to do the printables too. If you, and then I'm going to get my iron. So now I'm just going to go over this with, no steam, just a medium iron. We're going to iron that on. There's not going to be a lot of hangover. And I really don't care if there is, because a lot of times you'll just sand that off. But for me, what I'll be doing is just putting some boards over it, and you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I think that's probably good. Let's look at it. Yeah, it's super smooth. Just really adheres nicely. It's just very good. For this project, I am not going to put another coat because what I'm going to do is Mod Podge over you can to seal it. For today, I'm not going to because I'm going to do something a little different with this. But I am going to go ahead and, while I have this star, find it. You know, you lay everything out and then it's like, what did I do with it? Okay, because it's not in its normal place. I like to use dark sealing wax. Amazon's been out for a while. There are some other good dark sealing waxes. So if you guys have some favorites that you like, you might want to post those so others can see it as well. But this is the Best Home. It's by Kilts. Love this. You can see how often I use it. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and I'm going to grunge I'm going to go over this star completely. Okay, so I'm really going to grunge it up. I see my son-in-law on here. I'm thinking my daughter is too. Do you do the same? Yes, I do, Mary. I do the same. I found that technique is really working well for me, is to kind of, you can use other techniques as well, but that's been kind of my go-to lately, is just to apply my Mod Podge, a little tacky, almost dry, and then put my parchment paper over it, and it's coming out really smooth. So I'm going to go ahead and do the sides, but you said earlier, I said I was going to stain this project. So good morning, Elizabeth. Good morning. Oh, wheat blank boss side. Yes. Hi, Brenda. I see a lot of my followers on here. I appreciate it. So you can see, if you saw the print before, you can see that the white's not so white anymore. Speaking of white, I wore white today, and I'm probably going to be regretting that choice by the end of this craft. But I knew I wasn't going to do any painting, but I am doing some grunging, so, because I like to grunge. I like grungy things. So, Teresa, hi. Good to see you. It's so great to see you live. Thank you. Judy, hello, Judy. So we're at this point where I've grunged it up just to make it dark. I've done the edges. The back I will do later in a coffee or distress, some sort of darker. You could even use like burnt umber with a makeup wipe and put on the back as well. So, okay. So you're wondering, what in the world is this gal doing, right? So if you weren't here before, I told you I bought some, put the link out on, very noisy, link out on the comments, but there are these little bark strips, okay? And I got some, I don't know if you've seen these, or these are also from Amazon. They almost look like the Rusty wire, but they're floral wire. And I think it comes into like 200 pieces. But I use Rusty wire so much, I thought this is really a good alternative for like smaller projects. So I'll put that link down there too. I'm not an Amazon affiliate. I should be, but I'm not. But you can do, I was kind of experimenting, so you can, I kind of like this look. So what I did, and I'll show you on another piece, is I took 2 pieces, and what we're going to do, and I'll go ahead and lay it out here so you can see it, is we're just going to outline this star. And so you can see that in these wood pieces. So everybody's making different renditions of stars. You know, that's very patriotic. I love it. So I'm just going to put it on the outer edges here, so you can see kind of what it's going to start looking like. Do you see that? Do you guys like that? I think it's going to be really cute when it's done. It's going to be a quilted. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Brenda. Ooh, yeah. Dawn, I knew you would like this. So this is just a whole different look. Thanks, Lois. They almost do look like the small tobacco sticks, but they're just actual. Yeah, I like how they look. So with that wire, you can see what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and wrap the ends just for a little bit more stability. I think that they will glue nicer once they're down like that. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll show you how I did that. is basically, I'm just taking 2 like that. I'm taking these wires that I found, and I love that they're brown, rusty looking wires. These are like really thin, y'all. These are like really, I can't hardly even see them. But I do have, I do have a, boy, that's a mess. I do have this floral wire too that looks kind of like, so if you have that, that will work as well. I just liked it's a little thicker. So basically I'm just gonna start with my thumb back here and I'm just gonna wrap around, okay? Yeah, it does add another texture and dimension. I like that too. So then I left a few little pieces here and I'm just gonna twist those. Hi, Julie, are you ready to be next? I see you, come on. And this is actually really thin enough you can just use your scissors to pop off, okay? So I got that. You're loving it already? Good. So give me a V. Well, sorry. My sense of humor sometimes is, my kid's like, whoo, okay. All right, so I've got 2 here. Yeah, so I think they'll come up together really cute. So we're gonna wire those, and I'll read some comments while we're doing it. Good morning. Hi, Trailside Designs. Good morning. I like that, Trailside Designs. See, me and my husband loves trails, and actually, he's like, I'm gonna go to the trail this morning while you're doing this. So I did do this with the different wire. I definitely like the smaller wire. I just thought I would try it, but I like the small thin wire. Looks better. So anyways, we do lots of trails, and we're very lucky in this area to have those amenities. So anyways, you can see what I'm doing, just twisting. What are you laughing at? Give me a V. Okay. I've got kind of an odd sense of humor, so you guys don't get to see that a lot sometimes in some of my posts, but all right. So that's come along pretty good. You can see, let me show this to y'all. It's, see how I do like that. I like how it's sitting. So, with these little, I don't know if you've seen the birch logs from that Hobby Lobby has. I did a lot of Christmas crafts with those. With Christmas in July coming up, y'all, we are definitely, I'll have to reshare some of those. Made a tree that's pretty cool. So with these, I'm thinking, what can I do with those? So y'all get you some, and or maybe you have access to birch. We have a birch tree in our backyard, so that makes it nice for me. Do you guys use bark for anything? So, y'all, I keep seeing, there's Becky. My comments are really, really slow, so I apologize. I feel like, because I'm seeing kind of the same comments over and over. So I apologize that I'm not being very interactive. Hopefully if y'all have questions. Oh, my daughter's on there. I just saw her come on. Where did the wood come from? I'm going to put Lisa, I'm going to put a link in the comments after we're done. It came from Amazon. So, and it was fairly affordable. Otherwise, I don't purchase it. I'm more of a affordable craft person. So there you go. There, see how that looks, and it just adds another dimension to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to glue, and I decided when I'm going to glue these is I'm going to use both my glue gun and some probably E6000 something, because I'm not sure how sturdy it will be. But while this is heating up, let me show you another idea with this. So I don't even know how big this is. It looks like a 12 by 12. So this 12 by 12 tray they have at, I believe, Hobby Lobby. And, or you could find another 12 by 12. But you could actually, I was thinking, just, because we give it a whole nother look, is take this and really do some distressing on a background. Add one of the images, and I'll be sharing two. I'll be sharing the one I'm using, and I'll be sharing this image. I use rice paper, but you could also do it on copy paper. And I thought this would look really good, just really distressed in the background, and make actually a really nice picture with it. So that is, I just put the floral wire and the wood chips in my cart. You already found them, huh? Awesome. So, you know, you could get very creative with this. And I imagine that with my creative mind as it's spinning with these is, you could do Star for Christmas. You could do all kinds of different, a tree. And I don't know if y'all saw my Christmas tree. I don't have it out, but it's in a nice frame like this too, that I did the layered Christmas tree with the birch logs. So just let your mind go crazy with this. But what we're going to do is go ahead and glue. I think my glue gun's activated now. So we're going to go ahead and glue these on. Now it's not going to fit on perfect. But that's okay, because, oh, I said I was going to use these 6,000. I don't think I'm going to need to, but, so I'm doing it to the edge pretty good, to where when you hold it up, you're going to see some of it in the back. So, hey, Mandy. Aw, thank you, Diana. So, we're going to just start gluing these. My main concern is getting most of them glued down, and then I can go back like and glue some more here. But making sure that I get the end piece here and the piece that's going to be laying on the star itself. Okay. So keep gluing. Let's see. All right. So with this event today, like I said, it's going on from 9. So you guys are watching me until 9 o'clock tonight. And lots of people, lots of great creators, should I say. So I'm excited about that. So we get to start here, pushing down. Just hold it there for a second. I love this. Kathy, I got a new page. Yes. So Lindsay, go out, and she's new. She's the Moody Cow, what is it? Moody Cow Cottage. So, Moody Cow Cottage, she does some of the cutest things, and she's just getting started with her page. So please go out and give her a follow. She's like the sweetest person, and I love her little creations she comes up with. She's really getting some really cute things out there. I love your page. I did go out and follow you. I don't know if you saw that. So, Carrie, Lisa, Brenda, all the things. So me and my daughter last weekend went to Vintage Market, and it was so much fun. And I don't know if you guys are into vintage, but we went down to, they have first weekends down in Kansas City at the West Bottoms, and we did that. And of course I had to get some rusty things and some spindles and got all kinds of fun stuff. Do you guys like it? Yeah. Caitlin's watching. So Caitlin's on here. She's my daughter, and we have so much fun together. She's like my little bestie. So so it's coming along. Now it is pretty sturdy. So just with glue, but you might want to do some other things. Now I just can't keep it plain like this, right? I got a few minutes left here to spare, so let me pull up this little piece right here. I see a piece. I didn't glue that piece, and now it's wanting to slide. Let me get it. Let me go ahead and glue the corners here. Give me another glue stick. There we go. So I appreciate, because today I was supposed to actually present at 11:15, and they were kind enough to bump me up because we have like family, we're seeing a lot of family today because there's a baby shower, and that for my nephew and his wife. So it kind of came after they invited me. So I appreciate you guys, Stephanie, you working with me on that. Hi, Kathy. Oh, hi, Sherry. Good to see you. You guys see it? Okay. So I think I got it more stable now. So what I did was I went out and I got some little bales out on Amazon. I buy it in bulk, so they weren't really too terribly much either. And then I've got a little tag here that says 1776. I also made some other ones like that says USA. Basically, I don't know. You can get them on Amazon, or you can go over to Hobby Lobby and they have the craft paper. So you can just kind of go out to DeFont, is what I use, and find some neat primitive patriotic fonts. And then they have the craft paper at, you can pick up the 8.5 by 11 at, and then you can just print you off some fun little tags. That's what I did. So I just crunch them up and then distress them a little bit. You don't have to do that. So got the USA, got the 1776. I made all kinds of a little bitty one because I wasn't sure. I was going to show you guys what I was going to make here with that one. There's also a little round one, God Bless America. So you can... That's a cheap and affordable way of making little tags for your projects. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it simple. But I did put some different options out here. So this is what it's looking like, right? And so I think I'm probably backwards to you guys, but I was thinking... The 1776 looks cool. You like that? Let me put that, the 1776. And then I was just going to use some of that wire and put it on the top. This is going to be a shelf setter for me, but you could actually leave the jute hanger on there and you could make it a hanger. You could mount it on a backboard. You could do all kinds of stuff here. So, and then I've got either a jute bow. I made them beforehand. The jute bow with this. Trying to see which way everybody likes the best. There's that one. Or made just a little bow. I kind of just like this one, or I made jute. Raffia is what I was trying to say. I said jute, but I meant raffia. Good morning. Good morning. Or a jute bow. Here, this is the thicker jute. I think I'm going to keep this simple and just do this little bow here, but I'm going to wire my, use these little wires again. I really like these. I'll put the, so you can poke it through. And I don't know, I used to make earrings quite a bit, so I just punched it with a little earring hole punch versus a big punch. So raffia with the bell in the 1776. I think so too. That's what I'm going to do. So thank you, Dawn. I think it's just perfect. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put this on, and I'm going to go ahead and curl the wires too, so you can use the end of a, let's see, where's my wire curler? I do have, people ask me where I got this. I do have, used to craft back in the 90s, so I do have a little wire curler, and I've seen them on Etsy. That's the only place I've seen them. But because I tend to, it saves my fingers. But you can see how nice it curls the wire. So we're going to put that, curl my wire, just hook this on the end and curl it. Does anybody else have these? I've got just like 5 minutes left here, so I'm almost done. And then I want to show you what else I'm planning with that. And then we're just going to put this at the top. And really, I mean, this is a very quick craft, under probably an hour. So it's gonna, you guys like that? So you have one, Dawn? I like those, so super cute. So this is, I will put the printable, I'll put this one and another one out there. I'll put the link to the birch, not birch, bark, and the wire out there, even the bells. I'll just put the link to everything out there that I've used today. The star you can make out of, you can buy the Dollar Tree star, or you can make I made a little, can't find it now. I made a cardboard star. Here it is. You can use that too. Here's the other printable. Okay, we're winding down, but I want to show you really quick in the last few minutes here what I was going to make. I think this is going to be so cute. Okay, so I'm thinking about making a garland or something. So I've got this, and I do like it. And you could put it, like I said, on the backer as well. You can hang it. Of course, you want to grungy this up or make it however you want, but I think it would look really cute inside of a frame. This is a 12 by 12. But, so with these, my wheels were spinning with these little things, guys. And so, so I was going to take, I don't know if you can see this, probably let me put it on this light piece of paper here. So bear with me. So do you see, have a little, do you see what I see? Okay, I see some little patriotic hats. Look at this, you see that? And I made these little sticks, and I'm going to do a video on this, I think, because I'm going to glue them to the back so they're stable with those. Okay. So I will glue these to the back. I've got like 2 minutes here. Let me show you. And I make little patriotic hats out of these. Do you see it? And then I'm going to put probably a rusty star in the center, or use one of my patriotic stars that I have on that I cut out with my laser. And then I'm going to make it into a little wire hanger up here. So I think this is going to be really cute though once I get it done. So I'll be sharing that here in the near future because it's in my head and I can't get it out. So I'm going to be creating that. So that's something you could create one too. But I had a lot of fun today, you guys. I'll have to go back and look at the comments. I'm so sorry. I can only see comments on my phone. I can't see them on my computer. So I apologize that. But lots of fun. Go out, give me a follow. We have a fun event today. So make sure that you go watch, and make sure you refresh your screen too for Julie. So thank you, and I appreciate y'all being here. Okay, bye-bye.